Give me your bananas. Okay, so I know I'm late talking about one of the hottest animes of the fall 2024 season. Yes, sadly, way more popular than my Bleach 1000-Year Blood War Arc Part 3. But it's not that bad because I actually enjoy this anime. And yes, you guys have probably already guessed it, it's called Dandadan. Before I get into talking about Dandadan, make sure you guys like and subscribe this video right now. I'm talking about right now. And make sure to hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified on my next video and my other future videos. I'm being held hostage. Please hit the bell notification. If you don't, they're gonna cut off my pinky. Please, I need my pinky for certain things. So this new Shonen Jump series that's supposed to take over JJK, Demon Slayer, My Hero, etc. Because all those shows are now completely finished. If you don't know, then you must be living under a rock. And now Dandadan and other series that are currently out like Sakamoto Days and Kagurabachi are supposedly supposed to take over as the new big three. Still crazy to me that we're talking about a new big three. There's only one big three out there. We all know who it is. But the cool thing about Dandadan and the thing that I really like about this anime is that it's not your typical Shonen Jump anime. And what I mean by that is we all know Shonen Jump is mainly heavily on the action, nothing really else. It's basically big fights, big action sequences, big transformations, and cool characters. And Dandadan is so unique that it doesn't just succeed in that typical Shonen Jump style like My Hero and JJK, but it gets carried more on the story and the bond between the two main characters, Okarun and Momo. I mean, if we're really being realistic, Dandadan is a true rom-com anime which heavily focuses on the two main leads and basically builds all their subplots throughout the series off of them. And the story overall is just so well written, which in this next point kind of bums me out because I think we all know what happened with Dandadan episode 1 as it was trending on everywhere, social media in general. And it kind of sucks because a lot of people really hated episode 1 of Dandadan, even to the fact that a lot of people are like not even watching the show because of how crazy episode 1 was. And I think we all know what the sequence was is because of the aliens. Give me your bananas. And for me, it's just been kind of weird that people dropped this show because of that little sequence. I don't know, maybe I'm just a straight up gooner, or maybe I watched anime for way too long, but for me that was like not even that bad compared to other shows out there. If we're talking about a show that had episode 1 shock value, I think Goblin Slayer takes the cake on that. Did you guys not watch Goblin Slayer when it came out? Episode 1? That shit was fucking brutal. I was heavily shocked on what I literally witnessed with my own very eyes. It's just something that just draws the viewer's attention. Like the whole series wasn't necessarily always about that aspect, that shock value scene. Like Goblin Slayer actually was a great story as the episodes went along, as you know, the story progressed. It was a really great series. And that's the same here with Dandadan. They just used episode 1 to get the shock value. So more people talk about it, more people watch it, and you know, get more fans. And we all know why the author did that in the manga, because Shonen Jump as a series, it's literally #1 in Japan of publishing mangas. Everyone wants to be on Shonen Jump. You kind of have to be different in order to get the attention of Shonen Jump, to even get your series published. You have to really make your series stand out. And to me, that was pretty much it. That's pretty much what that scene was. Nothing more to look into, just something so the author can make his series stand out and to get it published. And look at where we're at now, right? But I don't know, to me, it's a fucking cartoon. It's a fucking animation. These are drawings, not even real people. I never saw it in that way. I just was like, okay, maybe that's a little weird. Okay, nothing too crazy, nothing to be trying to cancel the series or drop the series over. Like, it's not that crazy, especially because it's an anime, not even a real thing. It's funny enough because I feel like those same people who really advocately hate on Dandadan because of that one sequence are probably like fans of like Game of Thrones or something. Oh, it's okay to watch siblings, but aliens wanting to see banana is such a big deal. And I get it. It's, you know, it's a high school girl, right? But it's a drawing, bro. Game of Thrones, that was real people, okay? If that scene from Dandadan happened in a real life show, that's a little weird. These are fucking drawings, guys. Don't make it too complicated, all right? Just enjoy the content. Just enjoy the series. Like, who cares? When this video comes out, there's only been about 4, maybe 5 episodes of Dandadan out currently. And goddamn, they're all peak. I'm not trying to glaze, it's fire. And it's crazy to me because I'm not hooked on this show because of the action and the animation like other shows like Demon Slayer and JJK, but I'm more hooked on the premise, on the characters, and the relationship between the two main leads. Because them two, damn, they make this show entertaining. Off the first rip, when they're just butting heads on which one of their beliefs is true, it was so entertaining. Like how Momo believes in ghosts and then Okarun is, you know, a believer in aliens, and they both just arguing, just shitting on the other belief. You know, get to the point where they're both investigating on each other's, you know, belief. Like Okarun's gonna see if ghosts are real and Momo's gonna see if aliens are real. And funny thing enough, they're both real. Like that's actually crazy. And then the relationship further builds at the end of the episode when Momo, she didn't really get saved by Okarun, but Okarun obviously has that speech of wanting to save her, and he does actually try and save her, but we find out that Momo is actually pretty fucking OP, so she didn't need no fucking saving, right? And officially starts the relationship between the two main leads. And surprisingly, the one thing I actually like about this anime too is the main female lead, Momo. Typically in anime, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really a fan of a lot of female leads, right? They just never have been interesting to me. Some female characters in recent anime outings have been really well written, but I think Momo is one of the first main female lead. Like, she is the front runner show, right? She makes the show very entertaining. She cracks jokes. She is pretty OP in the series, right? And she has a great dynamic with the other main character, Okarun. And in this series, guys, Momo is the GOAT. She's the best one. Like, she clutches up every single time. Legit, up until episode 4, every battle that they've been in, Momo is the one that clutches up. She is the one that carries both of them in victory. Like, without her, Okarun, he's done. The series will be over. Like, seriously, Momo is the reason why Okarun is where he is right now. I might be glazing. I don't even care. It's only been 4 episodes, and I feel like her character has been fleshed out really well. And it just makes me excited for the rest of this season. Obviously, there's probably going to be more seasons coming out, but I just can't wait to where her character is going to progress and what the relationship will look like further down the series. Okay, now we're going to switch over to the other main lead, Okarun. And Okarun, right now he's your typical crybaby MC who's very weak. You know, it's kind of very typical, you see, right, in a lot of series where you see the weak MC and then eventually he's gonna turn into this badass of a dude, saving the chick, saving his friends, being charismatic, growing as a character. Like, I kind of already see where his character is going to progress. It's kind of predictable, as we already know that with the transformation we have seen early on in the series, like, that's probably what jump starts it, and then as the series goes on, he's just gonna get stronger and stronger, probably control it more, then be able to fight tougher enemies. I believe that's gonna be the power system, where a lot of the characters are gonna be able to transform like Okarun. We might see more characters later on, and he's probably gonna beat them, grow stronger. And I didn't mention this earlier, but he has the same name as one of Momo's crushes, Ken Takakura. You guys don't know who Ken Takakura is? He's basically an actor in Japan. I think they compare him to like Clint Eastwood here in America. Pretty manly dude. Definitely manlier than me. I feel like Okarun is going to evolve into that Ken Takakura type of guy. That's how I see it. If you guys are manga readers, please don't really spoil a lot, but, you know, tell me if I'm wrong. I don't mind, okay? Even though that this anime focuses more on the rom-com aspects and it has a lot more of those traits, it still has Shonen Jump traits, guys. I mean, it is a Shonen Jump series. I mean, it still has great animation, great action, great OST, and the studio behind this, Science Snafu, they killing it. Like, god damn, Blue Lock? Fuck. Wish the studio and Blue Lock would pay attention to what the studio is doing for Dandadan. I mean, they're probably giving the animators a lot more time, a lot more freedom. They're really trying to do their best impression of Mappa, but not having the great qualities of Mappa. But going on to the Shonen Jump trait, has great action, as the recent episode of Dandadan really showcased that great action and animation with the fight against Turbo Granny. And obviously it does have their little transformation, as I mentioned earlier, with Okarun seeing that transformation. And by the way, that form is sick as fuck. I don't know, I just love that little teeth mask thing that he has. It just reminds me of Bleach. I don't know why. You always got to have that transformation in that Shonen Jump series, and that is why I believe Dandadan is a unique, fresh take on the Shonen Jump genre. Oh my gosh, I did not mention this in the video, but goddamn, Dandadan has made me love grannies. Grannies are lit. She is so bad. Her yits, her body, I would literally eat that shit up, slobber that shit up. I would literally sacrifice my right hand. Wait, that's my left hand. My right hand for just a sniff of the hair. Like, I would literally bend down, go on all fours, beg for her to even stomp on me. Oh, and you guys thought I was talking about Seiko? Nah, I'm talking about Turbo Granny.